Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. As you guys can see by the title of this video, I'm today gonna review Beautify by Amna's products. So these products include their eye brushes set, their color swap, their translucent powder and their beauty sponge, that is foundation blender. So this review is gonna be really honest. I bought their products I think 6 months ago, and I wanted to try it out for a good 4 to 5 months to review them actually, because when you try the product right away, it's actually your first impression, not actually a review. Where do I think so? So I wanted to try out this product and I wanted to tell you guys what's the quality of these products and are they worth the hype or not. So first up, I have this eye brush set, as you guys can see by the packaging. Okay, let's talk about the packaging first. Packaging is quite handy. It's a really nice glittery box and it's travel friendly, plus it's a really hard box. So this is the box. It has their logo on it. Now I'll open the box. So the eye brush set actually contains 9 brush set completely dedicated for your eye makeup. So as you guys can see that I have actually a kabuki brush in it too, because I didn't have any other place to place it and it didn't fit in any of my brush set. So I put it right here. It had some space in it. So I'll separate the 3 brushes I have it in the bag. Okay, these are also by Beautify by Amna, but I'll tell you the story later. So let's get started with the first brush. It's Pencil EP204. It's a pencil brush. I'll add a close-up of this brush as well. So this brush is quite fluffy. It's good. I do it when I'm working on my under eye or lower lash line. So it's good. It blends out the product really nicely. I actually like this product. I like this brush. I don't have any complaints related to it. So this one is EP204. Going to my next brush. So this one is actually a small smudge. It does the same job. I actually dropped one brush. Oh god. So it does the same job for the lower lash line. So I sometimes use it for my brow highlighting. It's very small and very fluffy. I don't recommend, I mean, if you want to, then you can do it to blend your lower lash line makeup, but I use it to highlight either my inner corner of the eye or the brow bone. This one is good. It's actually, you know what, it does not have the consistency, the bristles does not have the consistency to blend out a product. It feels like it's very fluffy, but actually it's very thin. So yeah, for the inner highlighting and for the brow highlighting, it's quite good. Next brush, it's the eyeliner brush. I actually quite like it. I've been on a eyeliner brush hunt for quite a lot of time, but I didn't find a perfect one. But when I got this one was really nice. It gives you a perfect winged eyeliner. I'll do a tutorial using these brush sets. My second favorite brush has to be this one. This one is Blending EP207 brush. I actually quite like it. It's really good for you know, completing the look, blending out all the shades that you have put on your eyes, and it blends seamlessly. It's quite fluffy too. So this one is the least used brush in my brush sets, because I just use it if I have to put one color on my eyelid, then I use it. Otherwise it rests in the brush set. So this one is EP209. Next up in the brushes, I have this one, eyebrow EP205. This one is actually good if you're doing your eyebrow. It should have been quite thin. If you have a brow pomade, then you have to, you know, if you have thin eyebrows like me, then you have to, you know, be very careful when it comes to shading your eyebrows. But if you have thick eyebrows, then it's completely fine. You can just go with the left hand and then do it. I prefer thin brushes for the eyebrows. so that it gives you a sharp line and sharp feel to it, and you can actually create thin eyebrow hair with it. So this one is quite thick and quite fluffy as well. Not very fluffy, but quite fluffy. So the next brush is eyeshadow brush, and it is EP202. Okay, so as you guys can see, this one is quite fluffy and very thick. It's very thick. So yeah, it does the job exactly like the first one that I told you about. Does not help in cutting the crease, but can actually help you out if you don't have a blending brush with you at the moment. If you're doing makeup, then this one can actually blend your eyeshadow. For example, if I'm in a rush and I just want to put on only one shade on my eyelid, then I would use this brush, because I will just apply it on the eyelid and blend it with the same brush. Next up is this blending EP206 brush. So this brush is actually good. When I used it for the first time, it was good. Then I used it for the second time. But what happened actually was, this brush started shedding hair, and when I washed it, the hair used to look like they were not in a proper shape. So, and this brush was actually shedding hair, including the brush blending EP203. This one is actually a good shade. For example, if you have a cut crease look going on, then this one can help you just getting in there and blending the eyeshadow perfectly. So the worst thing with these two brushes was that when I washed them, they started shedding hair. Their bristles were, whenever I used to use them, 1 or 2 hairs from these brushes used to fall off, which was actually quite shocking for me, because I think it was just 15 days into these brushes that I started using these brushes, and they started shedding hair. So that was quite shocking for me. So I actually reached out to Beautify by Amna's help center, as you guys can say. So I told her about the situation, I sent the images, and I told her how these two brushes are not doing the job. I will show you guys a close-up of these two brushes. They are perfect for blending, but they were losing their hair. For the price I paid, I was actually expecting a lot from these brushes, but what can I say? So her management team reached out to me, and then I told them about these two brushes. I was actually expecting these two brushes in return, but they said, okay, we will actually send you these two brushes, send us your address, blah blah blah. No, actually they didn't ask for my address. They asked me for my bill for when I bought these brushes. So I sent them the information. So actually I received these two brushes. Okay, you guys can see the difference clearly. These brushes are from her previous collection, the whole brush 12 brush set collection, I think. So these are the specific eye brush collection, and her management sent me these two brushes, which are completely different from these ones. I was expecting these two brushes again, but they sent me this. So I was like, it's okay, if they're doing the job, then I'm totally fine with it. But what actually happened, I'll show you guys in the close-up. This brush, this one is eyeshadow blending RP106. I don't know if they have if they are from, okay, just leave it. So yeah, its bristles are quite hard, when you put them on the eye, it's quite hard, not very good for blending. Just like the black one, this one is not as good as this one right here. Okay, I'll show you with a comparison. So this one is quite soft and it does the job quite easily, but I'll show you guys a close-up how it's here. I haven't washed it, to be honest. I think I washed it once. Yeah, I have washed it once, sorry. So the hair of this, the bristles of this brush are actually quite disturbing me. It's very hard. I don't like it. I mean, if I'm buying an eyebrow set, then I'm expecting an eyebrow brush in return, not from your previous collection. So coming to the second one, as you guys can see, they are completely different. You see, they are completely different from each other. This one is actually nice, it does the job quite easily. I like this one. Okay, so when I ordered these brushes, when you put up a code of any influencer, you get free goodies. So I used Dua Siddiqui's promo code, whatever that is. So I got this kabuki brush for free, obviously, as a goodie. Then I got the blender. Sorry, this one is not in the box. I use it quite a lot. And then I got the color swap. Actually, I ordered two things. I ordered the revolutionary translucent powder and the brush set, and I got color swap, 3 of these blenders and a kabuki brush. So yeah, I actually ordered them I think separately. So I heard a lot about this kabuki brush. I was actually going to buy it, but then I saw that it is actually added into the cart with the free goodies. So I was like, why not giving it a try? So I used this brush. It was good. I'd say I'd rate it 7 by 10. But the worst thing about this brush was that when I used to put it on my face for the foundation, it used to move, and I was like, why? And then one day I found out this happened. So they should have glued it more perfectly. Secondly, I would talk about the foundation blender. It's actually quite nice. I've been using it quite a lot. It helps me blend my foundation seamlessly. It's really good. I would rate it 9 out of 10. This one is perfect. As you guys can see, I've used it quite a lot. I've washed it for so many times, but nothing as such happened to it, except one thing that I would show you guys in a close-up. When I washed it for the first time, this happened. I don't know how, but this happened. Otherwise, I'd say this one is the perfect blending blender, foundation blender, to blend out your foundation. So I would suggest you guys to buy this one. Next up, I have the color swap. This is the color swap. This is how it looks like. So this is basically used to, if you're working somewhere and you cannot wash your brushes, and you have slightly dirty brushes, not very dirty, not with the black shade, but if you have light color on them, and you cannot wash them immediately. So what you can do is you can swap it on the color swap. But the one thing that I've noticed is you have to do it with a really light hand, otherwise the bristles of the brush or the hairs of the brush will come off. So yeah, next up is the revolutionary Makeup Fix Plus translucent setting powder. I use it, it's quite grainy, and that's what I observed. Yeah, so I have never used it after then, because I'm not, as I said, this can be a biased review, but I'm not a fan of translucent powders. This one is Porfid Foundation Primer. It's oil free. So yeah, when I got my products, it was actually January, I think January or February. So it was cold. When I used this primer, I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel like it was working, and I gave it a no at that time. So yeah, basically I didn't use it after that. So when I used this product in monsoon, which means a week ago, so I was quite stunned that my makeup stayed in place the whole day, and I was like, oh my god, what did I use? And I reminded myself that I used this primer, that I used it again the other day, and then I found out that this primer works perfectly during the summertime, and for my skin, I don't know about others, but not for my skin for the winter time. So yeah, this is my take on all the products that I used by Beautifybyamna. I bought them myself. If you are curious about the prices, then I will mention her website link in the description box below, and you can go and see the deals. She has 70% off these days, I think so. So my final verdict about these Beautify by Amna product brush set and everything is that they are quite good, but obviously they have some problems which they need to look on. Most of her products are really good. I want to try her chromatic eye glitters. I want to try them out because I've heard so many good things about them. I might buy them someday. But this is my take on their eye brushes. This is what happened to me. I keep using them because I put my money on it, and there are a few brushes that I love the most in this brush set, and there are brushes that does not work out for me. They're exactly the same as the other. So yeah, you guys can see from this review. If you guys want to buy, then I will mention her website. This video is no sponsored from Beautify by Amna or anyone else. So yeah, this is my take on Beautify by Amna's products. If you're looking for a good primer during the summertime, then I would suggest you guys to buy her primer, Perfect Primer, Beautify by Amna. If you guys like my video and want me to do more reviews, video reviews, then you guys can tell me by leaving a comment under this video. Make sure you like my video and subscribe to my channel. It will mean a lot to me and it will help me review more and more stuff for you guys. Thank you. Bye bye.